Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Shivam. I'm the founder and CEO of AlmaBetter. Welcome to today's Ask Me Anything session. So, as you all know, these AMS sessions are integral part of our Learn on Return program that we offer here at AlmaBetter. So, every week we invite some of the distinguished members of the data science community to enlighten our students about the industry through their experiences. So, these sessions are very insightful for students who are willing to build a career in this field. So, without further ado, let's welcome our guest for today, Mr. Ankur Pal. So, Ankur, thank you for taking the time out for this session. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Thanks, Shivam, for having me here in AMA. So I really appreciate AlmaBetter, a
So,
platform for building this solution for data science aspirant because I've seen challenges when 5 years ago we have to start, right? There was no such platform exist in India as well as in other country where first someone is taking guarantee or providing course, and then post that once you have job then you have to pay back in installment. So really great congratulations for in early stage achieving certain milestone and providing right platform for aspirants. Yeah.
thank you, Ankur. Thank you. So, Ankur, I just want to introduce Ankur to all of you. So, Ankur is currently the VP of Data Science team at NiYO. He is also a mentor, an advisor, an investor, and a leader, having a huge following across social media. So, Ankur is an alumnus of NIT Silchar, Delhi College of Engineering, and Indian School of Business. So, today he is going to share with us some key insights on the use of artificial intelligence in the domain of new banking. So he will also share his valuable advice for people wanting to break into the industry. So over to you, Ankit.
Sure, thanks. So I'll share my screen. So let me know if my screen is visible to everyone
Yes,
and audible.
yes, we are able to.
Okay, great. Just one second. Yeah. So my transition into data science long back when I was pursuing my engineering in computer science from an IT Silchar. That time in seventh semester, I have taken few electives, game theory and neural networks. So a lot of audio related pre-processing and projects I have done long back. That time neural networks was not in main trend because we haven't achieved a lot of success in terms of accuracy. And, right now, deep learning in computer vision, in NLP, we have a lot of architecture and we have received and got good accuracy. So now this has been a great time for all data science and machine learning people. So if in new solutions, so currently I'm heading data science practices. So data science practices include three verticals. One is data analytics, then data science machine learning lab, and data engineering lab. And I'm in leadership position in Neo Solutions. So not just data science, work with leadership team in defining strategies for Neo Solution. Prior joining to Neo Solution, I was working with a VC firm where I was helping co-founders to build their technology and product capability. Prior to joining a VC firm, I was leading Just Money data science team. So Just Money is lending, consumer lending startup, Unicorn. So where I have worked on problems that is underwriting, algorithms for collection, algorithms for survival, and building all pipeline for different aspect in customer life cycle in any lending organization. Prior to Just Money, I've worked in Just Facts Technologies team, that is hyperlocal delivery startup, where I have worked on location data, geolocation data, worked on time series forecasting problem, worked on route optimization problem. Apart from this, I'm endurance athlete where I'm trying to push my limits. Triathlon aspirant where my last push was 100-mile cycling, and I've done quite few half marathons and marathons in last few years. Let's move to interesting part, that is what is neobank and what is AI strategies exist in neobank. Okay, I'll set more context because before moving to AI strategy, students need to understand at least what is neobank and what are challenging banking solution exist in worldwide, right? So in UK, US, this validation is very strong in terms of strength, because in last 3-4 years, almost 40 plus decacorns and unicorn startup exist. I name a few startup, Monjo, Revolut, Nubank. In India, this is pretty new concept. So when we are saying new bank, that is new type of banking where solution built around customer. So this is hyper personalized solution for customer, and this is mobile banking solution. There is no branch exists, so we call it no branch banking. Apart from this, in neo banking or challenging banking solution, where your onboarding is 100% digital, where you do not have to go any bank for any documentation or any paperwork. Apart from this, in challenger banking, this is bundled banking. In one platform or mobile app, you will get all financial feature, which include your saving account, which include your insurance feature, which include your credit related needs, which include your mutual fund or wealth related need. So this is all about neobanks. So I'll move to next section, that is what is Neo Solution INC and what we are trying to build in India for Indian customer. So Neo Solution, we call ourselves a Neo Banking or a digital banking solution. So as of now, we have targeting primarily three verticals or three different customer segment. One is very broad customer segment or mass segment, that is Neo Bharat. So Neo Bharat, if you seen any blue collar worker, they are working in manufacturing setup. So these sort of customer fall in blue collar segment. So we have built a digital banking solution for these segment. So target size of this product line, target customer size is around 200 to 300 million customers. Next product line is Neo saving account. We call it NeoX. So that is primarily for millennial segment. So millennial segments, we can consider customer or people working in metro city, in working in IT companies, working in Swiggy, where a salary slab around 10 to 50 lakh. They have a lot of need because their internet penetration is very high, and they are expecting a lot of solutions, and they're not getting from banks. They are facing a lot of challenges. So target customer size of this product line is around 50 million to 100 million customer. And on top of that, one product line which is Neo Global, that is primarily focused solution for international traveler. If anyone have to go to any other country, then they need forex card solution as well as real-time currency exchange. So this is a new global solution for international travelers. So these are the primary product line we have launched so far, and in long run we are planning to launch product line for student segment, for teenager segment. So we want, the idea of new solution is to touch all customer in different point of time, in different their like in customer life cycle, as well as provide them digital banking solution. experience they haven't experienced so far in any traditional banking setup. So I'll explain NiYO Bharat, and parallelly I'll explain few data science projects we are doing in NiYO Bharat side. So NiYO Bharat, as I already explained, blue collar segment product line where they have mobile app, they'll receive salary in this account. On top of that, they have a few other needs every month. For example, utility payment is one of them, where they have to recharge their mobile phone, they have to pay their electricity bill, they have to use gas payment, right? And apart from this, they have certain other need, that is booking section. They have to book their bus ticket, they have to book their train ticket, they have to book their flight tickets, or some other type of booking. But apart from this, they have other needs, that is every month they are facing or running out of funds, so they are looking for loan. So we offered salary advance or customized loan for them. They need health related insurances, so we have built health related customized insurance for them. So this is NiYO Bharat app. So projects in data science or AI fall in NiYO Bharat side. That is a very big project. Build underwriting algorithm for these customers, or lending algorithms. So lending algorithms include your in first level, we have to identify who customers who are eligible for these loans, right? So underwriting algorithms itself include data from different sources. So data which include customer SMS data, which include customer KYC data, which include customer transaction data, which is coming from different sources. And data is flowing in our system. So I mean, if they are doing any utility payment, if you are doing any fund transfer, so these type of data are capturing in terms of transaction in our platform. Apart from this data, we have customer support data, customer conversation with any specific agent. So these all these data we utilized and build different features to underwrite customer is eligible for any specific loan or not. And if customer is eligible, then what sort of loan amount we can provide to him in terms of loan, as well as what sort of duration. So all risk related calculation will be involved in these algorithm, as well as if we have given loan to someone, then what is the chances of getting repayment, right? So a lot of collection or survival algorithms we will build here. Apart from this, in any product line, the main important thing in which we fall in growth or engagement, that is eventually we have to improve customer engagement over mobile app, right? So we have built personalized communication where one specific product or data science feature fall, that is preferred way of communication or preferred channel for customer, because we have multiple channels customer can interact with us. It could be mobile app, it could be IVR, it could be SMS or notification, right? So what sort of specific channel customer is preferring when he has or someone has to communicate to NiYO solution, right? So we have built certain algorithms around it, as well as if we have to run any specific campaign, then what should be the right time of sending communication, what should be the right frequency of sending communication, what should be the content for any specific customer. These sort of personalization exist in communication or any specific campaign, right? So this will help us in improving engagement. We have done a lot of recommendation or cross-selling recommendation related solution, which include, for example, we have a specific feature mobile recharge, right? So there are two problems here we have to solve. One is how we can increase penetration of this feature. And second is, if someone already used feature once, then how we ensure customer keep using this feature. So these two problems are acquisition of new customer as well as consistency of feature use, right? So here recommendation uh, problem, or we solve problem like this way. For example, 20-30% customer already opted any specific feature, then what could be the customer have similar characteristics or customer fall in nearby characteristics. If we send communication, then they will be they'll start using this feature. So this fall in acquisition, as well as the next problem we have to solve, that is consistency. So for consistency, we have built reward algorithms or a lot of incentive structure, where if we see customer is lagging in using feature, then we incentivize or send different communication. So this is mixed exercise from personalized communication as well as monetary incentive. In customer support side, the problem we faced, that is, if you see in organization, if you have millions of customer, and every day, every month, you are getting a lot of requests from customer end, then you have to prioritize who all are priority customer for you, right? Whom you have to consider on high priority and solve their problem first. And it could be depends on if any tickets or any problem coming from customer side, it could be of other issue. What is the category specifically? It could be a very urgent thing which because of system failure, which we have to solve immediately. So we use a lot of profiling and segmentation to prioritize tickets, so that accordingly we can map with our existing resources, and customer will not face major issue in any because of any system failure or because of any problem he is facing. So this is more on Bharat side, but in customer life cycle, we see problems we have to solve in from data science. It could be acquisition side, or it could be growth and retention side, where we have built a lot of retention model. We have built churn model. So churn model is primarily uh, we have a lot of customer in our system. We have to predict chances of customer leaving our platform. If we predict early, then we can form certain strategies so that product and other team members can pick these things in high priority and come up with any solution, or we can add any certain incentives so that we can control churn in our platform, right? In trust and safety part, which ensure transaction safety. So we have built certain fraud models. So fraud model basically, if we have millions of customer base, then they are facing different sort of fraud in different reasons, that we have to identify, and accordingly uh, uh, before any fraud, we have to build certain triggers so that we can stop these frauds. So one fraud could be category fall negative merchant categorization. For example, a specific merchant where we have seen a very high failure of transaction, as well as these merchants are auto triggering collection request and detect a certain amount from customer account, or could be these customer fall in illegal activities. So this is just a one case. One example could be money withdrawal from ATM, where we have seen a customer recent withdrawal or a pause swipe in Bangalore, and immediately after a few hours, customer another withdrawal in Delhi, in any way of transaction. It could be pause, it could be some other. So that location will be another important feature which we are using to understand uh, uh, is it possible customer can move to other location or not. In other problems we have seen, that is card cloning. So we already understand these could be specific POS machine, or these could be specific reasons where we have seen high fraud. So we build certain education program for these customer, or awareness program. So be very precautious when you are going to these reasons or using these machines. So these are the few projects fall in Bharat side where we have worked on. And apart from this, we have a lot of other projects, but I'll cover only high level projects so that connect will be easy for everyone. Yeah. So I'll move to another product line, NiYO Global. This is primarily if customer is traveling to international location, then they are using this product. And in this product, in mobile app, they can see all real-time currency conversion. They can see popularity based restaurant, popularity based different attraction places nearby. So these sort of recommendation we provide, because we have customer historical data. We know if someone is visiting any specific country, then what are the different places other customer already visited. So this is one sort of recommendation which is offered to customer. A few interesting problem we have worked on, that is ATM recommendation, because in when you are traveling to other countries, in every ATM your withdrawal charges is very different, quite high, right? Apart from withdrawal charges, there are certain other aspect: availability of ATM, availability of money in ATM, accessibility of ATM. So we have historical data of customer. We have a lot of insights in system where we already identify, okay, in this ATM this is fall in airport proximity, so no one can access this ATM easily, or this ATM operation hour will be fall in this category. So on different point of time and different location, a customer can see nearby ATM where he has to pay less withdrawal fees, as well as he has to withdraw money in less time. So these sort of recommendation we have built for uh, NiYO Global customers. Apart from this, we keep adding other feature depends on need. So one problem we identify in NiYO Global side, customer added their card in different subscriptions, and they easily forget what will be the due date when they have to pay certain amount, and they sometime won't maintain enough balance in their account, right? So we have built sophisticated system where customer will receive specific reminder on time. You, for example, you have subscribed in Netflix, so if your due date is 23rd, so before 23rd, if your balance is low, you will receive certain reminders so that you will maintain certain balance, and your transaction will not fail in any case. So these sort of sophisticated algorithms we have built in NiYO Global side. And typically if you see in any product line, then problems are of forecasting, where we have to forecast volume of transaction, because we are working with banks where there we have to maintain certain balance in account so that our transaction won't fail, right? So forecasting related problem exist in all product line. Your fraud transaction fraud related problems exist in all product line. Retention, customer churn, and product feature penetration problem exist in all product line. And in customer support side, ticket prioritization to predict possible ticket raise from customer end, that we have to predict. For example, I'm saying we have a lot of click stream data in our system. Click stream data is basically a customer touch point in mobile app, right? So there is a specific event for every activity. If we have seen if customer any transaction failed or faced any issue over app, that signal already exists in history in audit log. So we automatically categorize created certain categorization. So we categorize this signal is related to this ticket and customer going to raise ticket. Before that customer has to take ticket, we create tickets or send acknowledgement. We understand this you problem you are facing, now we will be solving this problem and this problem will be solved in this time, right? Apart from this, because we have multiple feature in our platform, so we have to identify what is the next best product feature customer has to use. So all these are product feature adoption in incremental ways, and different point of time customer needs arises. It could be customer need travel loan, and this applicable to only a few set of customer who travel for in backpacker mode, not for all customer. Problem we have solved in global side, that is offer recommendation, and because we already have a lot of segmentation profiling of customers, so we understood this customer fall in student segment, this customers fall in backpacker category, this customer is business traveler, this customer is leisure traveler, right? So accordingly we build different features or category what will be the right offer for them, because if they have to stay in other country in hotel, so choice of customer who is a student will be hostel or low cost hotels, and if customer in traveling in business category, their choice of hotels will be different. So all offers will be running in our platform will be around depends on customer needs. So this sort of personalization we or banks are adding in their platform. Apart from this, every product line customer need a lot of insights about their transaction, what they have done so far, where they in specific segment like student segment or customer who are frugal, they need help from any bank, where we have to tell them in which category you have crossed your threshold, which is called budgeting, where we set optimal category threshold for customer, where you do not have to cross this budget in this month in this category, right? As well as we have a lot of transaction data flowing in our system. That is why we already know in similar setting customer have similar characteristics, other customer case what is the optimal spend, and if this customer is customer financial discipline is weak, then we have a lot of actionable or behavioral related recommendation. We are suggesting you can reduce this sort of expenditure in this category, you can reduce this sort of expenditure in this category, or if any specific offers is running, if you utilize this, you able to save this money. So spend analytics, your budgeting, transaction categorization in detail level, these projects fall in transaction analysis category. And transaction, if you see transaction categorization, this is not very new in most of the startups. If you talk about cred or yardley, any financial lab, they have to understand and break customer transaction in different set of categories, so that accordingly they can personalize their offers, or they can help customer to either save money, or sometimes if they have to run reward and incentivize customers, so they can have different triggers for either increasing volume of a transaction or controlling volume of transaction. So this is bit data science AI projects in NiYO global side. So I'll move to next product line, that is NiYO saving account. And primarily customer segments are millennials. We say customer segment where internet penetration is very high, as well as they have all financial feature need, which include salary advance in credit side, which include buy now pay later small amount credit need, which include your car loan, which include your vehicle loan, home loan. So all these sort of credit need we have seen customer need related to insurance. It could be your mobile insurance, laptop insurance, which is called micro insurance, to major health related insurance or term insurance. Apart from this, in wealth, we have seen customer need is in domestic. They willing want to spend in domestic stock. They need mutual fund or ETF related feature. They want to spend in international stock, that is called international stock feature. So wealth, insurance, lending, short term saving goal, these all specific need of millennials. So this product line is specifically built for millennial segment, where base is around 400 million. And the main proposition of this product is we are providing 0% commission on mutual fund investment. We are providing 0% markup on forex expenditure, and 7% interest in saving your account balance. So this is pretty much a very good proposition for any saving account any traditional bank is not offering in India, as well as the features we are building in NiYO saving account, which is very hyper personalized. So hyper personalized. So we are building very rich features in personal financial management. So personal financial management is basically a lot of data science algorithms exist, which help customer how you can save money for a different pocket. So we call it short term saving goal. For example, you have to save money for any specific travel, or you want to buy vehicle for after 6 months. But the problem you will face, that is every time you have to go your app and transfer from one pocket to another pocket. So we are building so a lot of sophisticated tools where we will ask from customer, and as well as we have understanding of transaction data, we automatically transfer some amount to your other wallet. So we helping in saving, as well as for millennials, their main problem is they're not able to save money, right? So we are building a lot of recommendation where we will be helping them in saving money, because this is milestone based, lot of triggers which customer has to opt for or use. In budgeting is another thing where customer is facing problem in when they are spending in different category, they do not have track. So these problem will be already addressed in this product line. Apart from this, in if you in any saving account, if you see a customer journey start from acquisition, right? So in acquisition side, we have to understand if we are burning millions of money in marketing, where we have to acquire millions of customer, then main problem is fall in demand or marketing side, that is attribution modeling. Because you have multiple platform where you are running your campaigns, your marketing activity. So eventually that you have to optimize. So customer is coming from different channels. After a certain time, you will get to know these customer are very valuable customer, these customer characteristics or in terms of transaction are very rich, worthy customer, right? So you will spend more money on a specific channel, as well as you want to see starting from showing one impression over platform to conversion, which platform are giving you optimal results. So these problems fall data science problem fall in attribution modeling. Apart from this, the very interesting referral algorithms designed, which use a lot of behavioral equation. For example, I'm saying for example, I'm onboarded in a new saving account, and my transaction characteristics are very rich so far, right? So in that case, you can consider me a top priority customer. And in referral, we are giving some incentive. It could range from 20 rupees to 500 rupees for converting one customer. So we control these algorithm dynamically, basically, for me, I'll get more incentive as compared to other customer, because their connections will have less worth, right? So these sort of dynamic algorithms we will use, as well as objective of these different algorithm is to acquire more customer and use less amount as an overall fund optimization of your cost. So these are the objectives, and a pretty decent algorithm exists because we have a lot of signals, which include your behavioral signal, your mobile app installed in your app, meta data. So in demand side or marketing side, these sort of algorithm fall in data science. And the next stage, when you move, when once customer is onboarded, then in product side or growth or retention side, we have to ensure customer journey where customers start using different feature in incremental way. So lot of cross selling or specific recommendation build around customer. And automatically, before building recommendation, we need very sophisticated segmentation or profiling, because every customer need are different. Every customer, if we see the in a vector space, every customer journey or fall in different stage, as in customer age could be different, customer marital status could be different, customer need could be different, customer salary could be different. So all specific product need related feature mapped across customer vector, right? So then we able to match incremental way what feature we have to offer to customer. uh, and a lot of interesting rewards algorithm exist in this domain everywhere. So for example, I have provided 10 different features in my app, which include your all booking section, which include your all utility section, and I have certain transaction pattern, right? So for example, I'm not using this platform for transferring rent. So rent is could be first primary feature I have to push to customers. So incentive related to reward will be high. Once customer start using rent, then I'll expect customer has to use some other feature. So reward associated with other feature will be high. So these all are dynamic algorithms where we ensure customer will fall in certain threshold, where customer won't feel demotivated because they are not getting rewards, as well as any specific customer will not exhaust all rewards. So if you have seen Google reward algorithms, so in similar lines, most of the reward algorithms evolved. So this is more about NiYO saving account, and move to wealth. So in wealth, if you see the product feature in every fintech organization exists, that is mutual fund, your investor change, your domestic stock, international stock. So robo advisory has a bigger role to play in new money. And in robo advisory, lot of data science feature we are feeding. So one feature could be, for example, you have taken some SIPs or a mutual fund another platform, but you are joining my platform. So we will import portfolio, and we will have understanding these sort of SIP or other transaction running in other platform. And we are building a lot of prediction algorithm where we can see these funds performance will be higher as compared to other funds, as well as every fund have specific characteristics, or and we map with customer characteristics. So customer characteristics is primarily customer could be high risk capita customer could be low risk customer, as well as what is the duration of taking in risk. For example, a few customer want to be in investment space for 5 years. A few customers just want immediate results, right? So different fund exists, different customer characteristics exist, all vector or mapping exists between these customer. So these fall in robo advisory, where we are suggesting what could be the right set of funds for you on the basis of your needs. Apart from this, we have to predict if any wrong news or any wrong signal exists in industry. Then we automatically created, I mean, a lot of feature has been already created, and customer amount automatically moved to another fund. So these sort of we are protecting customer from different losses. So these are the few data science high level project which fall in NiYO money or wealth side. So I'll move to generalize data science side. So what sort of algorithms we have used or exist in industry. So if we go back 8 9 years ago, then mostly we were using unsupervised algorithms, and unsupervised algorithm depends on domain. For example, I'm doing exploratory research, I do not have any context, right? So I'll start with unsupervised learning. So for example, we have a lot of location coordinates of customer, but we don't know what are the main hotspot of customer in terms of footfall. It could be transaction or it could be ATM uses. So once we map all these in coordinates in space and create clusters, so we get to know these are the main hotspot and reasons where have to focus more, right? In supervised learning algorithm, so if you see, we already have a lot of retained customer, right? So a lot of quantifiable based feature can be built. So one very simple feature could be RFM, which most of the organization used in early stage for customer segmentation, that is called recency, frequency, monetary value, and a lot of extension exist. So recency is customer who recent visited your platform. Frequency is how many times customer visited your platform. Monetary value is overall revenue get terms, or it could be the overall money customer has spent on your platform. So these sort of supervised learning based segmentation exists. Active learning is very helpful in a few domains where we have to create either proxy data or label data, right? So in transaction categorization space, right? So in initially, for example, we do not have a lot of labeled in our system. Then dynamic rules can be created using active labeling, which automatically label data, and then we have sophisticated system where we can validate once categorization is already created. So active learning has different use cases and pretty used in labeling task as of now. Reinforcement learning has very strong use case in policy making, game science, where automatically in certain environment any agent has to take decisions, right? So for example, self-driving car, in environment you have a lot of variables, so agent has to take decisions. So reinforcement learning uses there but in a neo banking domain, we have seen organization start uses in short-term saving goal algorithms, where they have created agent, and if they have certain instances, then in reward algorithm, then saving algorithms, the reinforcement learning can be implemented. But in organization where they do not have scale of data, so your system cannot be trained, you cannot use reinforcement learning, so you normally use a heuristic or some dynamic rules which will help in building your rewards or your short-term saving goals. Deep learning have multiple use cases, it across all product lines, across all sort of data. For example, I have to extract a specific feature from SMS data, that is very unstructured raw data, right? Then we have used LSTM, we have used FastX and different benchmark, which actually help in different sort of classification. In KYC document of understanding, where a lot of customer has to upload their documents, we have to verify this document is actually PAN document or not, Aadhaar document or not, is there any fraud in document or not, or so a lot of vision related API exists. We have to do a lot of pre-processing. So deep learning primarily used in all sort of problems. In data wise, if we see a variety of data, then we have used CV, where we have a lot of images data, in speech, in customer support side, where we see a lot of data flowing, a lot of conversation we record, which can be analyzed further. In text data, all unstructured data, we have customer SMS data or customer tickets data that exist in form of text data. In chatbot conversation, customer and agent have this, all are text data, and a lot of sophisticated system already built, and a lot of work industry doing in building sophisticated data science algorithms around text. So text will be next, text and computer vision will be the next two fields where you will see a lot of work. Transaction is very traditional data, but now we start deriving a lot of proxy and new features from transactions. For example, earlier transaction, we had very low level categorization. Now we have built very strong transaction categorization, where we able to understand if customer has transferred this amount, this is the rent amount. If customer has transferred this amount, this is the your specific EMI or specific subscription amount, right? So these sort of features really help in understanding customer, as well as fulfilling customer request, or engaging customer for further activities. For example, we have built strong categorization around subscription, so we get to know, okay, these are the customer base who are using these subscriptions, right? So then we will offer new subscription base often in our platform, or we will make sure we'll build some specific feature around it. Time series data is in primarily we use in forecasting. We have a lot of trends, volume, we have seen transaction, and a lot of seasonal patterns. So in international traveler, in a specific country, we have seen seasonal patterns, right? So if we have to forecast, then we have to build a lot of sophisticated algorithm, and as well as a lot of data of at least 2 or 3 years, which will give a right result. And For any data scientist or any aspirant, when you're working any data set, so problem in any data, you have to clean data, or you have to structure data in such a form so that you can build features. So feature could be your more rich features. For example, I'm saying I have customer 4 or 5 fields. Can I club them and create a very strong feature which have high correlation with your retention, instead of using raw data, which where we had 5 or 8 different variables, right? So training is very important, and across all world data set that we have to understand. In images, where you need significant data, then only you able to train your system. In transactions data, you need population density or every category specific certain data, then only you will get good results. So sometimes you will either create proxy data, or you already know you have to use certain other techniques to balance data, right? A/B test, MVT tests are basically when you are running any campaign, or we are doing and launching any data science feature, we have to see impact. and it could be AB, where A or B2 environment, or it could be MVT, multiple segments or multiple sample of customer where we are running experiment. Because maybe, for example, we have built 4 or 5 different reward algorithms, and we don't know which algorithm will work well for customer case, right? So parallelly we are running 4 or 5 different environment, different algorithms, and on the basis of algorithm result we will finalize or scale for overall system, right? So domain, I mentioned domain, fintech, retail, edtechs, because in aspirants you have to understand in domain wise you have restriction on data. So in fintech is very stable domain from long time. If you see Indian ecosystem, we have 34 unicorn, and out of 34, more than 16 or 18 fall in fintech, and the list of unicorns, startups will be unicorn by 2020. There are 62 startups, and more than 30 fall in fintech. So ongoing trend where you see fintech is very evolving as well as worldwide very stable. So fintech is very vast, where if you are start doing any project or start exploring this domain, then you will have ample problems. You will not feel after some time you have done anything and you're not getting interesting or enough things in data science or machine learning and AI, right? Because fintech itself include verticals, which is lending, which is insurance, your then a lot of other financial features, your wealth, your B2C, your international payments. So all at least 10, 20 sub vertical exist in fintech. Retail is another main domain. So in last 5, 8 years, you have seen Flipkart, Amazon, likes e-commerce company, where a lot of recommendation related problems, a lot of data flowing in their system. A tech new emerging domain where you will see lot of unicorn as well as people solving personalized problem in education. Health tech have a lot of census data. The domain and data points are very different from other industries. So if you willing to start your career, then you have to understand you will be enjoying solving problem or not, right? Agri-tech is very vast. Now Geo AI Lab and a lot of recent startup, they start capturing data which include your satellite data, your location data, your crops data, the text data, right? So now these 5, 6 are very rich domain. If you have to start, you can start any one of domain, but eventually if you have to go deep in computer vision side or in NLP side, then I'll suggest social media like platform like Trell, search chart like organization. They have very rich data. A lot of audio related podcasts started, they have very rich data. Okay, so I'll move to yeah, just yeah. So these are the few projects which I already mentioned in a different product line when I was discussing. So attribution modeling, your referral models, in growth and retention side, your retention models, churn models, reward models. So most of the things I have already covered. Okay, so I'll move to practices we follow in most of the organizations. So I'm just referring to one data science life cycle or process we are using. This reference I have taken from Microsoft data science practices. So in any organization, uh, generally you have to solve problem. You are not starting with okay, I like this data, I'm going to build this feature. You have to work with business team, product team to understand first impact of if once you impact of any problem, define the scope, as well as understand context, right? So I have seen a lot of data scientists face problem in industry because they're not able to formulate well or understand this problem can be solved using any data science or machine learning, right? So business understanding is very important for any data scientist. And then once you define a scope, you identify, okay, you have to capture these set of data. Now data start flowing in your system, and you have migrated data in right structured format so that you can consume data. uh, then next step is data sufficiency. Do you have sufficient data to start your problem solving or not, or you have to wait for some time, right? And post that if you see in data acquisition and understanding is done, then you will start working on either cleaning data or imputing missing value in system, or making data in a such a way so that you can start implementing your algorithms. And once you have a different set of variables, then you have to see relationship. It could be different techniques in understanding relationship, where you are creating very rich feature, because eventually you do not need thousands of variable in your system, which reduce your cost, which increase your cost in every sense, in calculation, in processing, right? So you would create very strong feature, and once your strong feature is there, then you start with very baseline model. Baseline model is any heuristic based model or any model which you can understand, or if you have to change or model is going off the track, then you can do improvements, right? So always model building in incremental manner. So we start with heuristic or very baseline model, like in classification it could be random forest, or it could be any logistic regression, linear regression. Then we gradually move to more sophisticated models, where if we have significant data, then we start using your deep learning or moving to different high level architecture. And once these model are deployed in your system, then you have to monitor different thing that is called performance of your model. Because for example, you have built model considering these set of customer characteristics or population, and customer characteristics keep changing, right? So your performance significantly start reducing in your system. So you have to either intervene, change feature, sometime weightage of different features, or come up with some other model. So these activity is or the process very common, and exist in most of the AI lab. If you talk to Flipkart lab or Swiggy lab, or any other lab. And okay, so that pretty much from my end. Okay, thank you everyone. That's all from my end. So I'm happy to take questions. So and I've shared my contacts coordinates, so you can connect me over LinkedIn. You can write me email if you have any specific question, or drop me message over WhatsApp anytime. Yeah.
Thank you, Ankur, for such an insightful session. So I'm sure many students would be, more curious to explore more in this particular domain. I think banking sector, has been one of the first sectors to adopt the use of machine learning and artificial intelligence. And new banking has, which is just the modern form of banking, has taken a step further into exploring and adopting the advanced use cases of data science, right?
Right. So in India, I've seen in traditional bank, they haven't used much data science AI, but all new startups, either in lending, either in insurance sector, either in wealth sector, they are very customer centric, very personalized solution they are building. They need very strong data science, machine learning, AI capability. So I'll take few names. So Epify, one company in India, they're trying to, they are Google Tej co-founders. They're trying to build new banking solution in India. Jupiter Money is one company. They are building a new banking solution in India. In Just Money is one company in consumer lending domain. So and I mean, this is very vast, and for data science aspirant, they'll see different variety of data, different problems, and you will not face a problem of scale, because in most of the system you will see millions of customer, as well as uh, I mean, data quality is very high. Transaction tabular data is always very high in quality as compared to your text data or unstructured data.
Correct. Yes, definitely. Totally agree. So I think we have got a few questions
Yeah,
we need
sure.
from the audience. Um, so Sudeep says, how does geospatial data come into play while you are providing recommendations to customers? So do you capture any such data from the app?
Sorry, geolocation data.
Geospatial
Okay,
data.
okay, right. So geolocation data is very helpful, and even we have built multiple solutions around it. So I'll tell you a very small example. So in NiYO Bharat segment, actually we have to understand customer going corporate every day or not, right? And these are manufacturing setup where there is no biometric system in place, right? And nature of customer is they are working in warehousing system, so every day they have to go different warehousing system. It could be they are security guard, they have to go to different places, right? So if we have to provide salary advance to them, then we have to understand they'll receive salary next month or not. For that we have to understand how many days they visited their corporate. Accordingly they'll receive accrued salary. So we have built trigger where we every 3 hours time we are getting a customer lat long location, right? So we able to identify customer went visited a corporate or not, what is customer residential address, what is customer permanent address. So a lot of clusters or specific classification we have built where we able to identify, and a lot of dependency on feature on the basis of these data points, because these are very strong data points. For example, I'm saying you are staying in a specific city and working in corporate location, chances of using feature is very high. And if you leave to your hometown and you are staying in your hometown, so your need will be very different. So sending different communication, expecting different things will be very difficult from customers. So we are not sending a lot of communication. Apart from this, geolocation in any POS activity, so point of sale, your ATM withdrawal or any transaction activity, we are getting customer lat long, which we will plot. We will get to know, okay, these are for example, in NCR region, customer preference are visiting to these specific offline stores, right? So accordingly we can come up with a lot of offers, or we can have tie-ups, and even a lot of churn related things we identify using these lat long. So not this apply in Bharat, in NiYO global side, in international travelers, they are traveling to different attraction places, right? This is very helpful in building popularity based recommendation. If someone is visiting new country and city, what are the right set of attraction places they can visit, because we already have a set of customer who fall in similar set of characteristics. So these sort of recommendation really helpful for customer.
Yes, definitely. I think these are very advanced use cases. Basically, so if you have to provide a advanced salary to to a person, you're basically analyzing how many days he has gone to work, right? That decides.
For underwriting salary advance, we have 10, 15 different models.
Correct, correct. This is one
So
of the features.
yes, so this is one of that. we have a lot of transaction data, we have customer click stream data, different engagement in mobile app, different feature he's using. We able to predict customer will receive salary or not, what amount he will predict or not. And
Correct.
on the basis of connections, I mean, you have done fund transfer to 5 other members, right? So what is your stability in your system, as well as every corporate has a specific segmentation, profiling, churn, retention model, and characteristics of every corporate is different from other corporate customer. So these sort of 10 15 strong model exists in system to predict customer stability in terms of receiving salary.
Got it. Got it. Okay, great. So the next question Devinder is asking is NiYO a personal finance manager? So I guess I would be able to answer. So basically, one of the key things that you're doing is personal finance management. That is one of the.
Yeah, so I want to add, so personal finance management is one of the high priority feature for millennials and everyone trying to crack that, because if you see Wallet or MoneyView like app, they are just providing insight what you have done in last month, right? And high level category wise expense, right? But they're not helping enough what action item I have to take. Action item, I mean, as in, if I have doing any wrong thing, what I supposed to do build right financial features, right? So these sort of recommendation now we start building, as well as gamification, behavioral science. We are leveraging in data science, where we know if we push everything at a time, adoption of feature will be low. So we have built incremental goal wise milestone for customer has to achieve first thing this, then they will send different recommendation or third recommendation, as well as lot of short term saving algorithms we are building, where customer just have to create specific goals and we will help them to save money. And these sort of algorithms exist from long time in UK, US, but in India, because of a culture we have where we already good at saving, right? In UK, US, their culture, they believe in a credit system. So they need a saving sort of feature, right? So now this is keep evolving in India, and we are building a lot of other interesting personal finance management related features in all product lines.
Got it. Got it. Yes. So the next question I want to take up is Akash is asking, I guess Karthik also wants to learn how which algorithms are used in fraud detection, and is it a real time? Is that algorithm working in real time?
Okay, so in fraud, modeling is very vast, right? So there are different concept exist. One is near real time. For example, your transaction is completed and we identify this has been done by customer or not, so immediately we can send communication to customer. So this work in real time basis. But we already have a lot of insights. For example, we already identify these are the reason, these are the machine, these are the merchants. So here proactive communication, you have to use educate, you have to educate your customer, right? So this is a different set of communication, and this is more of preventive way where we are communicating to customer. Apart from this, a lot of AML rule exist. If we build a lot of triggers, and triggers have a list of some 40-30 different negative list. If at a time threshold is crossing, then we able to identify this could be your AML case, where customer is routing money from different nodes or different customer, and the customer money amount will be high, and recent added account. So these sort of signals, and these signal different from customer to customer. So in algorithm wise, we have used different anomaly based algorithm, but this domain is very challenging, because in millions you will receive only 200 300 fraud cases.
Mhm. Okay, got it. Got it. So I think one more interesting question that we are getting from Sudeep and Akash both, right? So I think this is the last question that we'll be taking. So they are asking. So you are working in different sectors like predictive, risk, recommendation. So all of these projects are going on, right? So
Yeah.
what are the qualities that you look for in an entry level data scientist who is coming from, let's say, a different domain? How do you assess whether you'll be able to do your work or not, right?
Okay, great, a great question actually. So generally, when we hire a new data science person in team or intern, so we have clarity because we already gone through resume properly, as well as we look for specific thing as in if someone has done projects in NLP, so we will be only giving NLP related projects. If someone have done project in CV, then we will map with CV related projects. If someone have context in underwriting algorithms, so we'll map with underwriting projects. So we have different pods. So one is marketing science pod, one is trust and safety pod, product feature building pod, then your customer support pod, and recommendation algorithm pod, right? So accordingly we'll map. But the interesting thing is what specific characteristics we expect for new data person. That is, uh, we do not expect a very journalistic approach in early stage. We expect customer student or aspirant should be good at any specific data domain or any algorithms or solving problems. We need deep level understanding. So for example, if someone has worked in tabular data or transaction data, so that is fine. If he has worked on only one project, it could be transaction categorization. I do not expect lot of inconsistency in terms of either internship or either superficially doing other projects, right? Because I'm understanding in 2 or 3 years time, not necessary customer person exposed to different domain as well as got opportunity to work on different project, right? So for example, if someone has worked in forecasting, so that is enough for us. But in organization level, so problem will be very different. So not just algorithmic capability, we rate very high engineering and system level capability. I mean, I've seen or interviewed candidates where they have very good statistics, mathematical concepts,
Mhm.
even they are PhDs, but in organization level, they're not able to understand other stakeholders or how to deploy model or how to productionize model, right? So apart post building your algorithms, you have to have some understanding of your API level, because you have to either build using Flask API or any another API framework for exposing your results, as well as deployment is one another thing. There could be different way of deployment where you can use your ML flow, you can use your AWS, you can use Lambda function, serverless architecture, as well as post that what sort of monitoring or performance related metrics you know. So overall, if you have certain touch points or understanding, so we will groom candidate. But only theoretical understanding or only algorithmic capability will not help in organization.
Got it.
So these are the main things we are looking in new hires. Apart from this, in NiYO like organization, we expect candidate following certain practices as in reading articles related to data science. So not just stick to some courses or a specific thing. What is ongoing trends or research in industry, because data science is purely research based industry where every year a lot of architectures are coming,
Mhm.
different research papers are coming, and they will give significant leverage on other historical architecture, right? Apart from this, if they are maintaining any specific account where they are writing about data science. It could be they have account in Medium. Are they maintaining Git lab account where they have a lot of code, so which will give a lot of confidence. This is have good system or programming capability. Apart from this, are they have participated in any data hacks? They have written any research papers, or archive or Springer like platform. They are active, they are following research papers or not, because after certain years, problem is very tricky where generalized solution or algorithm won't exist. They have to read a lot of research paper to crack those problems.
Got it. Yep. Yep. I think, yeah, so this makes sense. To summarize, I think a person should have deep knowledge in one particular project that he has done end to end, right? So he should have that, confidence in the project that he has done. So I think we are, exactly doing the same things, right? So we are only focusing on our students doing only 3 to 4 projects, but good projects, which they are, starting from the beginning and deploying, right? So that is very important, because if your work is not being used by the end user, it's of no use, right? So
Right. Even I see great potential in your platform, as well as uh, I mean, if someone is doing course from Udemy or Udacity, they'll miss network. Network is very important because you are learning from your peers. At a time, you cannot work in all direction in all data points. So when we are discussing, you will have a lot of good understanding what sort of problem you can solve, because this work for me during a whole career. Now if I see, I have 25 plus friends who are either heading or leading data science practices in different departments, in different organizations. So sometimes I am very restricted to fintech, right? Or fintech problems. They are working in some other organization, their data points are different, their problems are very different, but I have understanding what problem they are solving, and a lot of knowledge transfer, right? So this will really help peer learning and networking in your platform, as well as important thing is uh, uh, mentorship. I mean, generally in early stage they don't know what is the threshold, right?
right.
And as well as they are not getting right mentors, because picture could be very rosy or could be looks very difficult for someone,
Hmm.
where someone expect, okay, data science or AI or haptic lab AI cracking difficult, right? But
Right.
someone is already working in haptic AI and telling you these problems they are solving. This is really helpful and give immense confidence to everyone. As well as industry talks are very helpful, because uh, uh, I mean, theoretical knowledge algorithms won't help much. You have to understand what are the actual application, what are the actual use cases, right? Because we want to solve problems. We just don't want to learn thousands of things which we are not able to implement or not able to create any impact, right? And uh, apart from this, I see important thing is that is if someone starting early and they do not have any right direction, so reaching to a level of getting interviews will be very, very difficult, right? Because they don't know what their resume look like, right? Because I got resumes, I mean, from different institutes, and sometimes it takes only one split seconds to superficially skim and reject or accept, right? So resume building or review is very important, because in data science is purely research field. We expect consistency in all sort of projects you have mentioned. If you mentioned your sales internship, your web internship, or some other internship which not connect to mathematical programming ability or business context, then definitely you are not able to or someone will not going to select you. As well as someone have to mention enough project, at least 2 3 good project, where at least in interview they can drive their interview, as well as interview can ask certain things. So maybe you have implemented very baseline solution, but there is scope of doing a lot of things, a lot of literature exists. So resume is building or review, your platform can help them, as well as I think live projects or getting internship will be next thing. If you able to manage anyway, that is very helpful, because generally data exists in data hack, that is not org level clean and actual problem, right? That is created for different purpose.
Right.
In organization level, actually sometimes you do not have sufficient data, you are facing some other problem, you have to go for literature review, you have to read different research paper. So actually you start understanding problem and spending time to solve those problems. This is the typical organization setup where data science team members are working or solving on day-to-day basis.
Right, right. I think, yeah. So most of the things we are, doing in this regard, right? So mentorships, industry talks, case study sessions to develop, holistic business understanding. And of course, we connect with a lot of career coaches, which who help students in building their resume to, shoot and, probably there are some people who have worked not particularly in this field, but in a slightly related field, wherein we try to, uh, highlight their analytical aspects of that project, right? So that is very important, right? So I think, yeah, so we are doing most of the things right with our students, and that's why, we have seen a lot of traction coming in. So I think we can wrap up this session. Thank you, Ankur, for we have almost exceeded the timelines, but that's okay. It was a very good informative session. I hope a lot of our students have benefited from this, and they understand how real applications of data science look like in the industry, right? So thank you, Ankur, for taking out time. And we
Shivam and AlmaBetter team. So, if students have any specific questions, so you can just write somewhere in any seat and share with me over email. So I'll check with my team if they can answer, or I can answer in more detail, or few. If someone want to connect offline, so I already shared my contacts coordinates with them, right? I wish you great success ahead, Alma Better team, and students in Alma Better platform. Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a nice day.
thank you, thank you. So that was Ankur, everyone. So we'll be starting the next session, which is on case study in 5 minutes. So all premium and pro students should prep up for